Hey guys. Okay, so to expand on what Joe's been talking about with Hangouts, I'm going to show you how to create an event and then to link the event together. It's it's kind of messy sometimes learning exactly how to do it correctly because, well, those of you that have been to the Hangout have noticed that it's not always easy to do. So anyways, so once you're logged in, you go to events, and then you'll create an event here. I don't know why, but it says, you got to plan a Hangout, but it doesn't seem to be the same. It doesn't seem to be a Hangout on air. So in other words, it doesn't get recorded. Maybe I'll have to test it a couple more times, but that's what I did the first time, the first week that we did it, and it didn't record. So I don't know why. Maybe I did something wrong, but creating an event will do it for sure. So we'll just call this test event, and we'll just make it for this evening. So go to event options. Now, if you don't want people to invite, like if you want it to be a private or whatever, add photos, or you can hide the guest list. And then what you want to do is come down to advanced, and you want to make this an event on air. Oddly enough, Hangouts where it says event is online only isn't recorded. It doesn't make sense to me. But so click that, and now you're going to see here it says Hangout on, or it says on air, and then you can go show more options. And this is I'm going to come back to this in a second, but this will let you put in your website, if you got some other URLs, etc. So I will just add one that not very many people are on. I'll just add myself. There we go. Okay, invite. Alright, so now it's created. So what you can do here, here's the other thing we can do. Under edit event, there's actually, you can change the theme here. So you can change the theme, make it whatever you want. Ooh, that's a good Halloween one. We'll set that. So that'll change this, and these are all animated videos. So, but you can also flip through them using these buttons. All right. So now we got the new banner up there. Okay. So once this is all set up, what we'll do is we come over to Hangouts on Air. There we go. Okay. Start a Hangout on Air. We'll call this test event, and even though we invited everyone to that that event, we still have to invite people to the Hangout. It's separate, which is ridiculous. I don't know why, but so you don't actually need to invite anyone to your Hangout on Air, but I'll invite myself. Alright, there I am. Okay, so it's still preparing to broadcast, so we have to wait for a moment, but what we can do is if we hit the embed and we take this URL and we go back to our event, test event. Everything seems to be loading a little slow this morning. Okay, go back to the down arrow here, because that's where we find our edit event. And what we have to do is go advanced again, show more options, and now we see the YouTube URL. So we put that in there, and once it's done, we now see this window, this video window, show up on the event. So now when you start broadcasting live, people can click that and see it. And remember, there is a time delay. I think it's about 30 seconds between what they see and what you're broadcasting. So okay, so go back to our Hangouts here. The other thing you can do is you can add the Q&A, and it'll ask if you want to link it to your event. Oh, of course it doesn't want to turn on. Oh, gotta love it when it does this. Okay, well, basically you'll turn this on and it'll ask if you want to connect it to your event. It'll connect, and then people can ask questions. So once we start broadcasting here, or even before then, for people to join, and those of you who are going to the Hangouts and you've been wondering, how to chat, basically this is the green arrow. You'll see this Hangouts on the right, and you'll see the green icon here. So if you click that, it comes up with this chat box, and you can type in this and you can have a chat for everyone watching the Hangout. So oops, can't type though. So that's how to basically communicate while you're not in the event. So I'll end the video here. With things going kind of slow, I'm not going to show the other things that I was going to kind of mention, but basically that's how you set up an event and attach the Hangout to it. The other thing I found, what you want to do is you want to take this URL up here and post it in your event, because then anyone wanting to join your discussion can do that. Because you can have only 10 people in the video discussion during the event at any given time. Apparently, if you join the Google Apps, if you have a Google Apps account, then you can have up to 14 apparently. I haven't tested that yet, but anyways, so that's how you set it up between a Hangout and an event.